English Leap Podcast.
From Speak English with Class.
Hello, and welcome to English Talk Flow.
Hey everyone, we're so happy you're here with us today.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Jack. On this channel, we help you practice real, everyday English so you can speak confidently.
Today, we're going to talk about something really special. We're going to learn how to talk about your memorable moments in English.
Memorable moments. Those are the special experiences in your life that you never forget. The moments that make you smile when you think about them.
Exactly. Everyone has these special memories. Maybe it's your first day at school, or a family vacation, or the day you got your first job.
And today, we're going to share our memorable moments with you and teach you how to talk about yours in English.
Please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more English practice. It really helps us grow.
And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss our new videos.
All right, let's get started. Jack, are you ready to share some memories?
I am, but I have to warn you, some of my stories are a little embarrassing.
Oh no, now I'm curious. This should be interesting.
So, Emily, let's start with childhood memories. Do you have a favorite memory from when you were a child?
Oh yes, I have many, but one memory always makes me smile. When I was about 8 years old, my grandfather taught me how to ride a bicycle.
Aw, that's sweet. Tell me more about it.
Well, I was very scared at first. I thought I would fall and hurt myself, but my grandfather was so patient with me.
Patient. That's a good quality in a teacher.
Yes, he was wonderful. He held the back of my bicycle and ran with me. He kept saying, "Don't worry, Emily, I've got you. You can do this."
That sounds like a perfect memory. Did you fall?
Oh, I fell many times. My knees were covered with small scratches, but I didn't give up.
Good for you. So when did you finally learn to ride?
It took about 3 days. On the third day, I suddenly realized my grandfather wasn't holding the bicycle anymore. I was riding by myself. I was so proud.
That's such a beautiful memory. And now you can ride a bicycle anywhere.
Exactly. That memory taught me something important. It taught me that if you practice and don't give up, you can learn anything.
That's a valuable lesson. You know, I have a childhood memory too, but mine is a bit funny and embarrassing.
Oh, please share it. I want to hear this.
Okay. When I was 7 years old, I was in a school play. Do you know what a school play is?
Yes, it's when children perform a story on stage for their parents and teachers.
Right. So I had a very small role. I was a tree.
A tree? That's funny.
I know. I just had to stand there and not move. But here's the embarrassing part. During the performance, I got so nervous that I forgot I was supposed to be a tree.
What did you do?
Well, when the main character walked past me, I waved at him. Everyone in the audience started laughing.
Oh no, you waved? But trees don't wave.
Exactly. My teacher was shocked. My parents were trying not to laugh. It was so embarrassing.
But it's a funny story now, right?
Now it's hilarious. At the time, I wanted to disappear. But you know what? That experience taught me not to take myself too seriously. It's okay to make mistakes.
That's a great lesson, and I bet your parents still talk about it.
Oh, they bring it up every year at family dinner. They love that story.
Family stories are the best. Do you have any other childhood memories?
Yes, I remember my first day of school. I was so excited that I couldn't sleep the night before.
Really? Most children are nervous on their first day.
I was a little nervous, but mostly excited. I remember my mom packed my favorite lunch and my dad gave me a new backpack.
That's sweet. What happened on that first day?
Well, I made my first best friend. His name was David. We sat next to each other and we both loved drawing.
Are you still friends with David?
Sadly, no. His family moved to another city when we were 10, but I'll never forget that first day. It was the beginning of my school adventure.
That's a precious memory. You know, childhood memories are so important because they shape who we become.
I completely agree.
So, Jack, let's talk about travel memories. Have you ever traveled somewhere that you'll never forget?
Oh, yes. One of my most memorable trips was when I visited Japan 3 years ago.
Japan. That sounds amazing. What made it so memorable?
Everything about it was special, but one moment stands out. I was in Kyoto, and I woke up very early one morning to visit a temple,
Which temple?
Kinkakuji, the Golden Pavilion. When I arrived, it was sunrise. There were very few people there. The temple was reflecting in the pond, and everything was so peaceful.
That sounds absolutely beautiful.
It was magical, Emily. I just stood there for maybe 20 minutes, not taking photos, just looking. I wanted to remember that moment with my eyes, not through a camera.
That's so meaningful. Sometimes we're so busy taking photos that we forget to actually experience the moment.
Exactly. That's what I learned. Of course, I took some photos later, but first, I just enjoyed it.
I love that. You know, I have a travel memory that's very different from yours.
Tell me about it.
2 years ago, I went to Morocco with my sister. We were in Marrakesh, exploring the old market, the souk.
Oh, I've heard those markets are incredible.
They are, but here's what happened. We got completely lost. The souk is like a maze. We walked for 2 hours trying to find our way back to our hotel.
Oh, no. Were you scared?
A little bit, yes. But then something wonderful happened. A kind old shopkeeper saw that we were lost. He didn't speak English very well, and we didn't speak Arabic.
How did you communicate?
With hand gestures and a few words. He drew us a little map on a piece of paper. Then he gave us each a small cup of mint tea.
That's so kind.
It was incredibly kind. He wouldn't accept any money for the tea. He just smiled and pointed us in the right direction.
That's beautiful. Sometimes the best travel memories aren't about famous places. They're about the people you meet.
Exactly. I think about that man often. His kindness made our trip unforgettable.
You know, Emily, I have another travel story, but this one is funny and a little bit embarrassing.
Another embarrassing story? I'm listening.
Okay, so last year I went to Spain. I was in Barcelona and I wanted to order food at a small restaurant.
Let me guess, you ordered something strange?
Worse, I tried to speak Spanish, but my Spanish is terrible. I wanted to say, I would like chicken, but I said something completely wrong.
What did you say?
I don't even know, but the waiter looked very confused. Then he started laughing. All the other waiters came over and they were all laughing.
Oh no, what did you actually order?
I still don't know, but they brought me a delicious meal and everyone was very friendly. They taught me the correct way to say it.
That's actually a great memory. You made people laugh and you learned something.
That's true. I wasn't upset. Everyone was so nice about it. Now I always learn a few basic phrases before I travel.
That's smart. You know, these kinds of experiences make travel so rich. It's not just about seeing beautiful places.
No, it's about the experiences, the people, the surprises, even the mistakes.
Have you ever had a travel moment that changed your perspective on something?
Yes, actually, when I was in Japan, I noticed how respectful everyone was to each other and to their environment. The streets were so clean, people were so polite.
And it changed you?
It made me think about my own behavior. Now I try to be more mindful and respectful in my daily life.
That's powerful. Travel really can change us.
What about you? Did any trip change your perspective?
Yes. When I was in Morocco, I realized how much we have in common with people from different cultures. Even though we couldn't speak the same language, we could still communicate with kindness.
That's a beautiful realization.
Jack, let's talk about achievements. Those proud moments when you accomplished something difficult.
Oh, I like this topic. I have a good story about my first job.
Tell me about it.
When I finished university, I applied for many jobs. I got rejected many times.
That must have been difficult.
It was discouraging. I started to doubt myself, but I didn't give up. And then, finally, I got a call from a company.
How did you feel?
I was so nervous. The interview was scheduled for the next day. I couldn't sleep that night. I practiced my answers over and over.
And what happened?
The interview went well, but I had to wait 1 week for their answer. That was the longest week of my life.
I can imagine. So did you get the job?
Yes. When they called to tell me I got the job, I actually jumped up and down in my room like a child.
That's adorable.
My roommate thought something was wrong because I was making so much noise, but I was just so happy and relieved.
That first job is always special. How long did you work there?
3 years, and that experience taught me perseverance. It taught me that rejection isn't failure, it's just part of the journey.
That's wisdom. You know, I have an achievement story too.
Please share it.
When I was 25, I decided to run a marathon.
A marathon? That's 42 kilometers.
Yes, and I had never been a runner. I didn't even like running.
So why did you decide to do it?
Honestly, I wanted to prove to myself that I could do something really hard. I wanted to push my limits.
That's brave. How did you prepare?
I trained for 6 months. Every morning, I woke up at 5:30 and went running. Some days it was raining. Some days I was tired, but I kept going.
That's dedication. And did you complete the marathon?
Yes, it was the hardest thing I've ever done. Around kilometer 35, my legs were hurting so much I wanted to stop.
But you didn't stop.
No, I thought about all those months of training. I thought about why I started, and I kept running.
How did you feel when you crossed the finish line?
I cried. I actually cried. I was in pain. I was exhausted, but I was so proud. I did something I never thought I could do.
That's incredible, Emily. That's a moment you'll never forget.
Never. That marathon taught me that our minds give up before our bodies do. If we push through the mental barriers, we can achieve amazing things.
That's inspirational. You know, we all have these moments. Maybe they're not marathons or first jobs, but they're significant to us.
Absolutely. Maybe it's learning to drive a car or cooking your first meal or speaking in public for the first time.
Or even having your first conversation in English with a native speaker.
Yes, that's a huge achievement for English learners. The first time you successfully communicate in English, that's a memorable moment.
And to everyone watching, your first English conversation will become one of your proud moments too. Emily, we've talked about beautiful memories and proud moments. But what about funny memories? The unexpected moments that make you laugh.
Oh, I love those. I have a really funny memory from last year.
Tell me.
Okay, so I was at the grocery store. I was very tired after work, and I wasn't paying attention.
Oh no, this sounds like it's going somewhere funny.
I was pushing my shopping cart, and I saw someone I thought was my friend from behind. Same jacket, same hair.
Oh no, Emily, you didn't.
I did. I walked up behind this person and said, "Hey, Sarah, I didn't know you shop here."
And it wasn't Sarah?
It was not Sarah. It was a complete stranger, a man.
A man? But you said same hair.
He had long hair. From behind, I really thought it was my friend. When he turned around, I was so shocked.
What did you do?
I turned bright red. I said, "Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I thought you were someone else." And then I just walked away very quickly.
Did he say anything?
He just looked very confused. I was so embarrassed, I actually hid in a different aisle for 10 minutes because I was too embarrassed to see him again.
That's hilarious. I'm sure he has a funny story to tell, too. A random woman at the grocery store thought she was her friend Sarah.
I know. Now I always make sure I see someone's face before I talk to them.
Good lesson learned. You know, I have a funny, unexpected moment, too.
Please share it.
Last month, I was on a video call for work, a very important meeting with my boss and other colleagues.
Okay, important meeting. I'm listening.
I was at home, very professional on camera, nice shirt, neat hair. But what my colleagues didn't know was that I was wearing pajama pants.
Oh, Jack, many people do that on video calls.
Yes, but here's what happened. My cat jumped on my desk. I stood up to put the cat down and
No, your camera showed your pajama pants.
everyone saw my pajama pants. They were bright blue with little yellow ducks on them.
Ducks?
My sister gave them to me as a joke gift, and there I was in a serious work meeting, and everyone could see my duck pajamas.
What did your boss say?
There was silence for about 3 seconds. Then everyone started laughing, even my boss. He said, "Well, Jack, at least you wore a nice shirt."
That's actually a good response from your boss.
It was. Everyone was very cool about it. And now it's a funny memory. But I always double-check my camera before standing up.
These unexpected moments are the best stories, aren't they?
They really are. They remind us not to take life too seriously.
You know, Jack, while we were sharing all these memories, we used many useful words and phrases.
We did. Let's help everyone learn these important words so they can talk about their own memorable moments.
Great idea. Let's start with the word memorable.
Memorable. This is the key word for today's topic. Emily, what does memorable mean?
Memorable means something you will always remember. It's special, it's significant, it stays in your mind. For example, my first day of university was very memorable.
Perfect example. So a memorable moment is a moment you never forget. It can be happy, sad, funny, or meaningful, but it stays with you.
Can you make a sentence with memorable, Jack?
Sure. Meeting my best friend was a memorable moment in my life.
Excellent. Okay, next word. We use the phrase stands out.
Yes, I said my trip to Japan stands out. What does this phrase mean?
Stands out means it's different from other things. It's noticeable. It's special compared to everything else. When something stands out, it catches your attention.
Right. So out of all my trips, my Japan trip stands out because it was the most meaningful to me.
Exactly. Another example, out of all my childhood memories, learning to ride a bicycle stands out the most.
Good one. Now, let's talk about the word embarrassing.
Oh, we used this word many times today. Embarrassing describes a situation that makes you feel uncomfortable or ashamed.
Yes, when I waved while playing the tree in the school play, it was embarrassing. I felt my face turn red.
Right. Embarrassing moments are uncomfortable when they happen, but often they become funny stories later.
That's true. Can embarrassing moments become good memories?
Absolutely. Most of my funny stories are about embarrassing moments.
Okay, next phrase. We said, "I'll never forget."
This is a very common phrase when talking about memories. I'll never forget means this memory will stay with you forever.
For example, I'll never forget the day I graduated from university.
Perfect. Or, I'll never forget the kindness of that shopkeeper in Morocco.
These phrases are powerful because they show how important the memory is to you.
Another word we used is patient.
Yes, I said Emily's grandfather was patient when teaching her to ride a bicycle.
Patient means you can wait calmly. You don't get angry or frustrated. You take your time.
A patient person is calm and understanding. Good teachers are usually very patient.
And good friends are patient too. If you're patient with yourself, you allow yourself time to learn and grow.
Great explanation. Now let's talk about perspective.
Perspective means the way you see or understand something. It's your point of view.
Right. I said my trip to Japan changed my perspective. It changed how I see the world.
When you have a new experience, it can change your perspective on life, on people, or on yourself.
For example, traveling to different countries gave me a new perspective on my own culture.
Excellent. Another word, accomplish or achievement.
These words are about success, about doing something difficult or important.
When you accomplish something, you complete it successfully. An achievement is the thing you accomplished.
So running a marathon is an achievement. When Emily finished the marathon, she accomplished something difficult.
Right. We can also say, I achieved my goal, or it was a great accomplishment.
These words are perfect for talking about proud moments in your life.
One more phrase, push my limits.
Oh, yes. Emily said she ran a marathon to push her limits. What does this mean?
To push your limits means to go beyond what you think you can do. It means to challenge yourself, to try something harder than you've ever tried before.
So you're testing yourself. You're seeing how far you can go.
Exactly. When you push your limits, you often discover you're stronger than you thought.
That's inspiring. Can you give another example?
Sure, learning a new language pushes your limits. It's challenging, but it helps you grow.
Perfect. And everyone watching this video is already pushing their limits by learning English.
That's right. Okay, let's quickly review our vocabulary. Memorable, stands out, embarrassing, I'll never forget, patient, perspective, accomplish, achievement, and push my limits.
Those are all very useful words for talking about your special memories and experiences.
If you practice using these words, you'll be able to share your own stories beautifully in English.
Well, Emily, we've had a wonderful conversation today about our memorable moments.
We really have. I feel like I know you so much better now, Jack. I learned about your tree performance, your Japan trip, and your duck pajamas.
And I learned about your bicycle story, your Morocco adventure, and your amazing marathon.
So, let's think about what we covered today.
We talked about different types of memorable moments. We started with childhood memories.
Yes, those early experiences that shape who we become. Learning new skills, school experiences, time with family.
Then we discussed travel memories, the places we've been, the people we've met, the unexpected adventures.
We also talked about achievements, those proud moments when we accomplish something difficult or important.
And we shared funny, unexpected moments, the embarrassing situations that become our best stories.
Throughout our conversation, we learned useful vocabulary and phrases to describe our own memorable moments.
The goal is for you to be able to share your own stories in English confidently.
And now it's time for our favorite part.
The question of the day.
Are you ready, everyone?
Today's question is, what is the most memorable moment of your life so far, and why?
This is a big question. We want to know about that one moment that you will never forget.
It could be anything. Maybe it's the day you graduated, or your wedding day, or the birth of your child.
Or maybe it's something smaller but very meaningful to you. The day you made a new friend, or overcame a fear, or learned something important.
For me personally, the most memorable moment was when I got my first job. It was a turning point in my life.
For me, it was finishing that marathon. It taught me I'm stronger than I think.
But we want to hear your story. Please share your most memorable moment in the comments below.
Try to write 2 to 3 sentences in English. For example, my most memorable moment was when I traveled to Paris for the first time. I saw the Eiffel Tower at night, and it was magical. I felt so happy and free.
Or, my most memorable moment was my graduation day. I worked very hard for 4 years, and finally I did it. My parents were so proud.
Don't worry about making mistakes. We're all here to learn together. The important thing is to practice.
We read every single comment, and we love learning about your lives and your stories.
Your memorable moments are important, and we want to hear them.
So, to summarize, today we learned how to talk about memorable moments in English.
We shared personal stories, we practiced useful vocabulary, and we learned phrases to express our experiences.
Remember, everyone has memorable moments. Your stories are valuable and worth sharing.
And the best way to improve your English is to practice. Try telling these stories to yourself or to a friend, or write them down.
Thank you so much for watching today. We really enjoyed sharing our memories with you.
If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps other English learners find our channel.
And don't forget to subscribe to English Talk and click the bell icon so you never miss our new videos.
We post new conversations every day on different useful topics.
Next time, we'll talk about another interesting subject to help you improve your English.
So, from both of us,
Keep learning, keep practicing, keep sharing your stories.
and remember, your memorable moments make you who you are.
Have a great day.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.